Hey, welcome to my toy corner. I am excited today to present the Avengers Infinity War Amazon exclusive Marvel Legends Children of Thanos multi-pack. So this isn't something that I normally do, but I am really excited to get these guys out of the box, take a look and see what difference is, and hopefully you want to join me and take a little comparison peek at the original Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, Obsidian, and Thanos, and see if it's worth the 120. I think just on a first note, Amazon and Hasbro nailed this one just because of the price point. 120, the cost of what 5 figures would be anyway for normal figures, and you're getting 2 BAFs. So just an amazing deal for me. I couldn't pass it up. So without waiting any longer, let's get them open. All right, I switched venues here so we can get a closer, better, brighter look. And I don't have the Build-A-Figure for Thanos to compare him. I got everybody else, but I thought the next best thing, we got Thanos Jr. All right, there's that. Great likeness, kind of a little smirk, I would say. There's the variant head, and as you can see, it's got the snap left over. Got the fresh gauntlet in snap formation. He's about ready to do the deed right there, it looks like. Pretty much, I think, similar to the other one. It's very much the same thing. And so, as far as the figure goes, you've got the usual joints. A little limited on the arm there, I would think, just because of the bicep joint. But still, I mean, you're not going to do a whole lot of posing with Thanos, right? And then here's that variant arm, the crispy, toasted, burnt arm. You can see it's not just a paint either, by the way. There's ridges in there, so they did do a good job on representing that burnt arm. Those money grab, mild variation, one scene figures that they do sometimes kind of drive me nuts, but yeah, I'm a sucker anyway, don't get me wrong, I'll buy it. But this one, I think they really did it justice. So stones are still there. There you go. All right, and there's the variant arm. Let's go on to the next figure. And now we've got Obsidian. So I've got the original Build-A-Figure. First thing you're probably going to notice is the armor difference. There is a slight repaint though in the face also, but much of it is definitely the armor. So you'll notice that they went kind of, I mean, I would say out of their way. So they didn't even use the same sculpt here. We've got a different lower half. This armor piece, it looks like is probably going over the original body, but still very detailed, very cool. Show you the deviations here in the face real quick, just so that you can see that. There is the sculpt, and there you have the alternate paint, or I guess alternate paint, sorry, same sculpt, just a little bit different. Everything else I think seems to be very similar. Like I said, just a mild difference in the paint, other than that, and then of course that huge difference in the weapon. Well, but definitely, like I said, I think they really went all out for the variations on Cull here. He's definitely one of the most varied from the original releases, I think. So all right, there's those two. All right, now we've got Proxima Midnight. And Proxima did come with an additional accessory weapon there, so that's pretty cool. There's that. All right, so let's take a look and highlight the facial differences. So you can see a little bit closer there, a little bit detail. You can see the variation in the paint. There's a quick look at the paint variants there. Obviously the armor is a different color, same mold, different color. I would say they upgraded the paint job on the weapon though. The weapon is the same, just the same thing. It's a different solid color, but you know, they added that little feature. I like the little highlight there with the blue. Everything else, as you can see, is pretty much just a different color of the same sculpt. And there you go. Okay, so moving on to Ebony Maw. He is probably, I feel like, the most exact same. Yeah, there's a slight difference in the grays. You can see a little bit darker. The younger Ebony has, I guess you would say, more hair. So maybe years of working for Thanos, he's lost a little bit more of his hair, because this one has, if I can focus it there, more hair coming up and over his head, versus the original where he's just got that little patch in the back. So, you know, maybe, yeah, stress, I suppose, working for a megalomaniac, it probably takes its toll. So I can understand why he would lose some hair. Other than that, sculpt looks very similar. A little bit more detail in the face, maybe a little bit more brushing on the face sculpt, but that's about it. So all right, now we have Corvus Glaive. So again, repaint, but I'm gonna say this is probably one of the, I don't know, just one of the most detailed MCU villain figures that they did. This one, but what they did with the paint upgrade on this one, even though it's a very simple, they've got some high gloss. I love this high gloss here on some of the accents with his uniform and armor, and they definitely did justice to the brushing and detail on that. I'm just going to zoom in real quick so you can see the face similarities. It is the exact same face, of course, but sorry if I get it to zoom in, but just look at the detail on those. Just amazing detail. The spear, very similar, same sculpt. I wouldn't even say, maybe just a slight variation on the paint. You can probably barely even see it there. It's just a little bit different silver. That's about all it is. Cape in the back. I'll let you see that real quick in focus. There you go. Again, like I said, with the brushing and the original one, a little bit more detail, a little bit more time and attention. I think they definitely didn't short us on the detail on these figures. So I'm gonna roll it out here with one last quick pan with all of the figures lined up, so you can see all of them in a side-by-side comparison. And as always, thanks for watching.